All right, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. We're going to start shortly here. This is Dr. Michelle W. Kofer. Welcome to our Lunch, Learn, and Earn. This is going to be a short call today, power packed with information, sharing how you can either learn how to get access to the resources to become a homeowner in 2024. We're literally opening doors for so many families across the country. You'll be able to learn about that today, as well as learn how you can monetize that. So if you are in an industry such as real estate or a tax professional or insurance, and you have clients who want to become homeowners, there's a way for you to be able to monetize that by offering them assistance and solutions and resources to be a homeowner. So if you are watching us live on Facebook, happy Thursday from New Orleans, Louisiana. And if you're joining us right here on our Zoom, welcome to all of you from all across the country. We're going to start in exactly 2 minutes. We're going to start in exactly 2 minutes for the sake of time. Again, this is Dr. Michelle W. Kofer. I'm excited to be with you all this afternoon, live from New Orleans, Louisiana, where we are actually working on a really, really big home ownership project here in NOLA as well as Baton Rouge. So go ahead for me in the chat and drop where you are zooming in from. Where are you zooming in from? And if you're watching this live on Facebook, where are you watching live from? We're going to get started in exactly 1 minute. This will be a short call today. I am standing in the stead for one of our founding leaders, and we won't be long because guess what? I want to go get me some beignets, okay? All right, so welcome, guys. We're going to start here in just a few minutes. If you are just joining us, definitely feel free to share where you are zooming in from. We're going to share this information here on today. Power pack. You want to grab a notebook, pad, pen, pencil, something to write with and write on as we share this information today. If you are interested in becoming a homeowner, you are in the right place. If you're interested in learning how to help more families become homeowners, you are also in the right place. And so this is our Lunch, Learn, and Earn segment. We're going to start here in just about 1 minute. So welcome to all of you. We're going to go ahead and get this recorded as well. Happy Thursday. Give me 30 seconds. I want to make sure we don't have any distractions. I'm going to get my phone on silence. Welcome to the call. Welcome. Thank you all so much for joining us. We are live on Facebook. So if you are watching live on Facebook, hello to you. Happy Thursday. 1 second, you all. Welcome. If you have anybody you want to share the link with, guys, go ahead and take this last 30 seconds to do so. Just say, hey, listen, I got the plug around home ownership and real estate, building wealth. You want to jump on this call and let them know that we are starting and we are going live literally right about now. Give me 30 seconds and then we'll proceed. 1 second. All right. So happy Thursday again, guys. Let me go ahead and make sure we got this recorded. We want to thank you all for being here with us this afternoon for our Lunch, Learn, and Earn. As I mentioned earlier, my name is Dr. Michelle W. Kofer. I am a financial influencer coach and a mortgage loan officer. My passion is helping families pivot into home ownership. And so you are super lucky today to be invited by someone to this call. So definitely you want to thank them because we are launching the biggest real estate platform in the country. And we're very confident that through Own Easy, we will be able to help 1 million families become homeowners over the next 5 years. And so whether you're on the line today and you're interested in learning how to take advantage of the mortgage rates, the interest rates are dropping, and the resources available to you to maybe become a first-time home buyer, you're in the right place. But maybe if you're a realtor or a loan officer already or interested in becoming a loan officer, perhaps you have a tax business or you're a community leader, you also can get paid to help people level up and become homeowners. And so today we're going to talk a little bit about all of that, but I know this is our Lunch, Learn, and Earn. And so guys, we will not be here long because I remember just a few years ago, I was just like many of you, jumping on a call to try to hear about it while I'm wolfing down a burger or trying to go grab me something from Wendy's while I was at my job. And this industry retired me after just 11 months of helping families to get in position with their finances. I was able to go from being a broke struggling social worker for 16 years to being a business owner and owning my own financial service hub. And I can tell you that when I retired at age 39, it's been the most liberating thing. So if you're on this lunch and learn, guys, we're going to help you learn how to buy a house, but maybe you want to start a business. Maybe you want to be able to say, look, at my lunch break, I can look out a window and see a Carnival cruise ship because you have flexibility. So everything I talk about today is all about ownership, whether it's owning a home or owning your time, owning the decisions that you make regarding your family legacy. All of that is going to be shared here today. So our goal through Own Easy 75 for All initiative, guys, is very simple. We want to be able to open doors for families. We want to be able to close the economic gaps that have existed around. Let me get that right quick. Close those gaps that have existed around wealth disparities in America by creating equity. So many millions of families want to own homes, but they just never have had the resources. So you and I get the privilege of being able to change the face of home ownership. And so what we want you to know today is that this is a huge project. And when we start thinking about home ownership equality, our mission is 75 for all. We want to make sure that 75% of every single American that wants to own a home can. All right. And so over the next 5 years, we will help 1 million families become homeowners. And you and I get to be a part of giving people the solutions. When you think about the number 2 reasons why a person does not yet own a home yet, it is because their debt to income ratio is not in alignment, meaning they don't have enough cash flow. There's not enough liquidity. So their debt is consuming them. They can't afford a house. Or the second barrier is they have credit errors. And unfortunately, for many of us, life happens. You guys, I remember, buying my first house at age 26. By my early 30s, I had sold that house, liquidated it, took that money, built a second house from the ground up. Early 30s. And I remember then facing a period of unemployment, like many Americans. And for 8 months, I didn't have a job, guys, and I began to lose everything. And as you can imagine, without having a job, my credit score tanked. And I remember, 2015, looking at a 500 credit score and thinking, gosh, I will never own a home again. But I decided 2 years later, it took me 2 years to finally decide I needed to be an adult and handle my responsibility. But I decided in 2017 to fix my credit. So I'm looking at my credit score, living in an apartment with mold, looking at an 18-month-old baby and thinking I'll never own a home again. And I said, Michelle, I got to fix what I'm ashamed of. If I want to be able to leave a legacy for my daughter, how many parents on here today? Drop a 1. You want to leave a legacy for your kids, you got to have real estate. You got to own doors. You got to be able to put something, in your hand that can be passed on for generations. So 2017, I decided that I couldn't live with a 500 credit score anymore. I fixed my credit, guys. Went from a 550 to a 766 credit score. Ultimately bought my house that I live in now with a 2.25% interest rate. We have a couple $100,000 in equity. So now I'm back on the path to building wealth. And so if I didn't fix my credit, I wouldn't be where I am today. And so we want you to know that we have a solution for you. We're going to be able to also train and mobilize loan officers in every community across the United States. So that means if you are intimidated by sitting in a bank, guess what? We're going to have a loan officer that maybe they're your tax professional, maybe they're your pastor, maybe they're a local realtor. We're going to mobilize loan officers, and we're also going to get you access to down payment, education, and resources, because the third reason why people don't own homes is, guys, they lack financial literacy. So they don't know where to start. They don't know where to get the money. They don't know how to get the money. And so that's where we come and navigate for you. And what I love about this platform is, even if you have credit challenges, that is not going to be a barrier to you owning. If you want to own a home, maybe if it's not now, it's just going to be when, right? So if you have any of these things that are impacting you, take a screenshot right here for sake of time: foreclosures, mortgages, late payments, credit card debt, repossessions, voluntary surrenders, payday loans, collections, evictions. If you have any of these things, student loans, credit reporting inaccuracies, you don't have to let that be the barrier. We have a legal plan that was designed and developed by actual consumer debt attorneys. And these attorneys come in and they leverage the Consumer Rights, Fair Credit Reporting Act, Fair Debt Collections, Telephone Consumer Act. They're actually able to go in and litigate on your behalf to not only get negative items legally removed from your credit report, but also to get money back in your pocket, money that you could use to pay down debt, money that you could use for earnest money or down payment. And so Through our legal plan, you access a plethora of resources that are going to help you position your credit so that you can become mortgage ready. Somebody say own easy in the chat. The goal is simplicity around ownership, guys. And so when you think about it right now, so many people are shelling out hundreds of thousands of dollars to rent a property. And so I love to tell my clients that you can own a mortgage. How do I know you can own a mortgage? Because you're paying one right now. You're just paying somebody else's. And so through this program, guys, we take you on a journey from renting to ownership. All right. And so if you would just drop in the chat the average cost of rent in your city, average cost of rent in your city. So right now I am in New Orleans, Louisiana. I already looked it up last night. The average person here is paying about $1,400 in rent. And that's actually high, especially considering the per capita income in this market. But let's just say the average person in New Orleans was paying $1,500 a month for rent, right? So that means after 1 year of renting in NOLA, they spent $18,000. They'll never get that back. That went to the landlord. It went to a property management company. So imagine 5 years now, $90,000. You're talking about almost 100 grand somebody gave away. It did not benefit their children. It did not benefit their legacy. And a lot of people say, well, I'm going to buy a house and I'm sure I'm going to get out of here. But what they find is they move from one apartment to apartment, or maybe they upgrade. They move from an apartment to a rental or a townhouse. But imagine getting stuck in that cycle, guys. And 10 years later, that's $180,000. Well, God forbid, 15 years later, that's almost $300,000. And I know that's low compared to especially like areas where I live in Atlanta, where after 15 years of renting at $2,500, somebody gave away $450,000. And so, guys, as Own Easy ambassadors, influencers, we're going to help families understand that I don't care where you are with your income. I don't care, if you don't think that ownership is for you, it is. And we're going to coach those people, because I would rather pay money towards my principal balance, because when you rent, 100% of that goes to interest. You get nothing back from that except the roof over your head, right? So we want to be able to show people how to build equity, how to be able to have something that appreciates. So even if they decide to sell it, they can walk away with money. Listen, guys, I told you guys, I grew up in the projects, struggling social worker. From my very first home when I was 26 years old, I sold it to a cash buyer, walked away with cash to build a second house, which even though I ended up filing a bankruptcy because of the 8 months of unemployment, I still sold that house in a bankruptcy and walked away with multiple 5 figures, even after paying out all of my debt. So the fact that I owned a home gave me a hand up, right? If I was renting, I would just start it from scratch. So ownership is power, and we need you to understand that. So if you're on the line today and you're not a homeowner and you got a few credit blemishes, listen, guys, we're always telling our kids, you need a good report card. You better not come home with an A or anything less than an A or a B, right? Well, as adults, especially now at the top of the year, guys, we got to address our adult report card. You cannot think that you're going to flourish financially and your credit score is in a 400, 500, 600. So we have a solution. Our VIP membership will help you be able to take a good report card home, right? And so I can tell you, having access to credit attorneys, that's well over $1,500 alone, just by the fact that you can sit down and talk with an attorney and they're not charging you. It's already embedded into your membership. Debt analysis tools. What's my debt to income ratio? What can I do to lower my debt load? A score simulator. How can I take on hand cash? Like, for instance, you're about to get ready to get money from tax returns, many of you, right? So guess what? How can I take this on hand cash and leverage that money to help increase my credit score so that I could get a pre-approval letter to go shopping with my realtor and get a clear to close with my loan officer? We're going to be able to provide the ability for you to report authentic trade lines. Like, drop a 1 in the chat if you pay a light bill, a 2 if you got a cable bill, 3 if you got a gas bill, 4 if you're paying for some kind of membership, a cell phone, right? All of us are paying bills on a monthly basis, but those are not reporting. This legal plan reports those utility payments for you authentically, helping you to enhance your credit score. And now you also got attorneys guiding the process, so you don't have any letters to mail. You get access to all 3 credit bureau reports and scores. You got $1 million of identity theft protection for you, $25,000 for your family members. And then also, we make sure that we can just do all the heavy lifting. So there are additional benefits like budgeting, tax tools, investment tools. Listen, drop me in the chat if you're interested in learning how to be a real estate investor. Maybe you're on the line today and you're like, I want to buy my first house, but I would love to learn how to actually make money flipping, buying and holding banknotes the same way as a Fortune 500 company, the same way as a hedge fund. Well, guys, this platform offers you the ability to become a banknote investor. And you're taught like literally hard skill sets that can monetize into millions of dollars if you take that serious. All of that's available inside of our own easy membership. And guys, it's only $3 a day. If you're not where you need to be financially, you can get this membership for $149. That includes your first month and your consultation with the legal plan. And after that, it's $89 a month, which is less than a cup of coffee a day. And that's low. If you drink Starbucks, you spend $8 a day. Okay. So we're talking about $3 a day. You can get, a bag of Doritos and a Coke for less than that, right? But you also can refer other people. So if you know people who are in the same boat as you can refer. The company will waive your services with 5 is free. You refer 5 people and your services are free. But what I love, guys, as we transition here is the fact that it's really working for people all across the country. When you think about this young lady right here, Miss Kiwi Walker, she is a single mom, has a son, very busy, involved in athletics. But she's like, I want to own a home. I'm tired of moving from apartment to apartment. I want something to leave behind for my son. And so after getting denied her last place, she said, you know what? I'm tired of living with poor credit. She got involved with On Easy. She actually was referred here by a mortgage loan officer, and she got involved, guys. In her first round, she had a 24-point increase in her credit score. Well, that may not impress you. You're like, 24 points. But let me tell you what just happened for her. The attorneys were able to go in and litigate. And guys, she now just got a $4,000 settlement because of a violation the attorneys found on her credit profile. So they sued a creditor. But on top of that, they're also suing the credit bureau. So what does that mean? Double the cash. Remember, we talked about that in the beginning. This is not credit repair, guys. Through a legal plan, you can actually benefit from compensation that helps you get in position to own a home a lot faster. Somebody drop some fire symbols in the chat. Rod Farrell is a finance manager in the auto industry. So as you can imagine, he sees so many people that come sit in his chair that want to buy a car and they can't qualify. But guess what? Like many of us, we all facade very well. We look good on the outside. He too was in a financial place where he probably couldn't qualify for great interest rates, but he decided to fix what he was ashamed of, got his credit report card together through this plan. 97 negative items removed, you guys. Now having excellent credit, having access to multiple 5-figure credit lines. And so I want you to ask yourself this: if they can do it, why not me? If they can get positioned to build excellent credit and leverage their credit to leverage real estate to build wealth for their family, why can't I? And guys, there's no reason why you can't. And so when we start thinking about what we're offering here, I want you to know you are in the right place at the right time. And I'm going to spend this next couple of minutes real quick sharing with you not only how maybe you can get in position to own a home, but you can get paid to refer people to an amazing service that also allows you to become a loan officer in all 50 states, right? Doesn't matter your skill set. Doesn't matter if you were a social worker like me. Doesn't matter if you were an Uber driver like my husband. If you are serious about helping people and making money, guys, we want to welcome you to our own easy mortgage loan officer opportunity where now you can write the check. Let me ask y'all this, because we on Lunch and Learn. So I know some of us are got to get back to the cube in a minute. But listen, if you had the ability to write your own check, would you write it big or small? Would you write it big or small? You're going to write it big. Listen, my mentor taught me that 7 years ago, guys. I have not had a traditional job in over 7 years because of this industry. And so if I can retire from being a broke, struggling social worker, making $43,000 a year to working for myself, helping families own homes, you can too. And so we want to share with you how you're going to be an essential piece of providing the keys to connect families to home ownership so that they're able to bypass systemic differences like racial inequality that has held so many people back. Drop me in the chat if you heard about everything's going on with Navy Federal, right? All of the discrimination, housing lending practices that have not been fair to minority families. So when we start thinking about why the wealth gap in America in 2024 is still as wide as it was during the civil rights, guys, it's because of racial inequality. Redlining, still, unfair practices, the fact that, listen to me right here, statistic for you to write in your notes, only 8% of all the mortgage loan officers in the United States are Black. Only 3% of all of the homes purchased in 2022 went to Black families, 8% to Hispanic families. So there is a problem. Somebody say we fix that. There is a problem, and we get to fix that as a community mortgage loan officer with this platform, because we're going to bring home ownership equality to 75% of all Americans. So don't matter what your racial, ethnic background, doesn't matter your economics. If you want to own a home, we're going to advocate for you to do so. So as a community loan officer, guys, with this platform, you're going to help families, whether they're very low to moderate income. Like I said, we're doing some expansion right now in Louisiana where the per capita income is low. The per capita income here is not even 30,000, but guys, that doesn't mean people have to rent, right? It means people just need to know, how do I get access to VHA, USDA, Fannie Mae? How do I get access to the FHA and conventional loans, or even for the high earning income families out here? How do I get access to a jumbo loan, but it's a fair rate, right? And so we offer all of that as a community loan officer, and we give you the ability to manually underwrite. So a lot of times a person applies for a loan, it goes through automated underwriting. If the system say you don't qualify, that's it. On to the next, guys. I've actually been a victim of unfair practices. A couple of years ago, well, now 4 years ago, I was building a house from the ground up. True story. Building a house from the ground up, and I was the only person on the loan. My husband wasn't on the loan, but he didn't need to be. I was making almost $300,000 a year, and I had all of the documentation, the income, my taxes were done right. I had a CPA. I had everything I needed. My husband didn't need to be on the loan. The only debt I had was my student loans, but I was discriminated against. My loan officer never shook my hand. My loan officer, Donnie Ernesto, I'm going to say his name. He never shook my hand. He never gave me eye contact. He made it so difficult for me. And even though we built that house from the ground up, the week I was supposed to close, I found out he turned my file in and said on my file I was unfinanceable. I'm talking about making $300,000 a year. There was no way I was unfinanceable. I had no debt. And so I'm telling you right now that discriminatory practices, predatory lending, those things are real, but not here on this platform. We want to create equity and fairness for everybody to be able to own a home. And guys, you get to get paid for that. So as a mortgage loan officer, you help families multiple times, right? If you've been paying attention to the news, guys, I think we're now in week 10 consecutive weeks, the interest rates have been going down. So you get to help families own a home right now. Right. And then, if they want to refinance, you get to help families refinance. But also, guys, you're getting paid for that. And then when they decide they want to upgrade or downgrade, they're empty nesters. As a loan officer, you get paid again. So every time you help a family, guys, you are helping yourself. Put help in the chat. We're looking for the people who have passion, not just seeking profits, but you have passion. Our mission is full of purpose, guys. That is to create home ownership equality. So if you're a real estate broker and agent, we're looking for you. Tax professionals, I own a tax business. We're looking for people who are already touching folks who got the resources. They just don't know where to get started. Educators, kingdom leaders. Maybe you're a stay-at-home mom. Maybe you're a lawyer. Listen, bankruptcy attorneys have files full of people who don't think home ownership is a reality again. That was me. After I filed the bankruptcy, guys, I rented for almost 3 years because I didn't think I could own a home again because my credit score was trash. But it's all about getting around people who will teach you the right resources. And so, guys, whether you're a network marketer, you're highly connected, we want to help you. But I can tell you this right here. If you're a realtor on the line, guys, drop realtor. Miss Denise Wilson is one of the realtors on our platform. She's a dynamic leader, powerhouse leader. But guess what? She's a realtor and a broker. And she said, when I saw this platform, it just made sense. She was like, hold on a minute. I get to double dip. I already have a passion to help people own homes, but now I get to take my client shopping. I can get the pre-approval because I'm the loan officer. I can be at the closing table, make 3 and 3.5% as a realtor, and then compound that with another 1 to 1.4% plus bonuses as a loan officer. Oh yeah, sign me up. So the fact that also you have a 50-state play, put 50 states in the chat, guys. Through this platform, you're part of a federally chartered bank, which means you don't get to just be a loan officer in your home state. You are a loan officer nationwide. That is why I can be in Louisiana doing loans this week. And then last week I was in Florida, Orlando and Tampa doing loans. I'm from Georgia, but I was just in Charlotte, North Carolina. So Denise is in North Carolina, guys, but her first 2 loans on the platform were in New York, and then one was in Pennsylvania. So you have a huge opportunity. great scalability with this business model. And yes, you can be a loan officer, and you can be a loan officer and a realtor on the same transaction, guys. The law changed in 2022 that says there's no more conflict of interest. You can double dip. So that means you can get paid twice on the same transaction. Somebody drop some dollar signs. So as we talk about it, guys, take a screenshot of this. As a loan officer through the platform, your role is actually limited. You're going to identify who wants to buy a house, and you're going to verify that they're ready, gathering their documents, making sure they file their taxes, they have solid income, that they're ready, right? And then you have a loan buddy that's going to be assigned to you. They're going to do a bulk of work. They're going to make sure that this is a valid loan. They're going to work through the 1003, that's the application, to make sure we get the resources. They're going to underwrite the loan. They're going to answer the different questions. They're going to finalize and submit that loan, but you're still able to get paid. And so as a loan officer, guys, there's a sizable income. I want you to look this up, average loan officer income. And what I want you to know is it's an above average income. Loan officers in the top 10% of income earners in America. And I can tell you, as a former social worker, as a loan officer, I definitely don't make $43,000 a year, right? As a social worker, I was doing 4 or 5 jobs for $43K. As a loan officer, you get to really choose how to diversify your income, and you can write your check big or small. So look that up and drop it in the chat when you find it. Average loan officer income in your state or your city. What I want you to know is this right here. We're going to wrap up, guys. You get to earn what's called basis points, right? Basis points, or BPS, is a percentage of the loan. So if I go out there, excuse me, and I did a $250,000 loan at 100 basis points, that means I get 1%, right? And it's going to go from 1% to 1.4, 100 to 140 basis points. Well, you have a loan buddy, and they're working with you. They're holding your hand. They're processing these loans. They're doing a lot of heavy lifting, right? Well, in the beginning, you're going to share your commission with them. So you take 65, they keep 35, you get a little bit better, you keep 75, they get 25, you get extremely proficient. Now you got leverage. Put leverage in the chat, because that's how wealthy people build wealth, y'all. They're not trying to do everything on their own. They get systems and they create leverage so they don't have to do everything. So now, once you've done your 21st loan, guys, you're at 85%. Loan buddy only keeps 15. But you're probably saying, well, Michelle, I want to just know, how much money am I going to make? So if I'm going to be working and I'm going to be jumping on lunch and learn calls, and I'm going to be sharing my information with people in my community to help them own homes, what's in it for me? Well, I'm so glad you asked, because imagine you sold 3 houses. You helped 3 families achieve the American dream. And guess what? Even at a low ball figure like $250,000, after your loan buddy, guys, you're still bringing home $48.75. Somebody put $5K in the chat. That's almost $5,000 a month you made. And we're talking about part-time. We're not talking about you quitting your job. We're talking about part-time, right? But imagine you said, I'm going to amp this up, and I'm serious now. I'm going to focus on doing 8 loans a month. And guys, that is so doable. Look at the interest rate. Look at how things are changing. You go out and you help 8 families own a home, 8 loans a month, guys. That's $18,000 a month. Yes or no in the chat. Would that change things for you and your family? $18,000 a month. That's after the loan buddy got paid. That's what you bring home. And imagine 16 houses a month. I got a young lady on my team. She was able to secure a contract with a builder. And she said, Michelle, I'm going to be able to process from this particular builder account. I'm going to be able to process at least 30 home loans a month. It's about you going out there, guys, and making the connections. The bank is going to pay you. Well, now she's their preferred loan officer. Well, imagine 16 houses a month, guys. That's $47,000 a month in commission. Loan buddy got their 15%, but she still gets to bring home almost $50,000 a month. Yes or no? Is that building legacy through the world of real estate? It absolutely is. Then there's a bonus pool, right? So the bonus pool allows you to be able to just earn some passive income from building a team of loan officers. And every time a loan is thrown over the fence, you get to participate in that. And what I love about this, guys, this model is just like the real estate model. So, when you think about, being a broker, there's a lot of leverage. Brokers don't have to leave the office to sell a house, right? Real estate agents, even if they're top performing, they're making 6 figures in real estate as a real estate sales agent, guys, they still don't have time freedom, because they got to show a house when the client is available. So if I got to miss church on Sunday, it's my Sunday to preach, but I'm the realtor, I got to miss church. And then there's no true financial security because the transactions are only good as the next sale, and they got to give up some of their money to the broker. Well, guess what? The broker is always going to win because the broker can sell 30 houses at one time as long as they got realtors on their team. Well, guys, in this model, you don't have to be the only loan officer. You can introduce this to other people. They become a loan officer. Every time they go out and help a family own a home, you're going to get paid too. So I told you, you get the 100 to 140 basis points, but imagine having someone on your team that closed the deal, right? So let's say Denise is on my team. She goes out, she closes a mortgage, $250,000. Well, she's going to get paid her commission, regularly, and she's going to split with her loan buddy. Well, I don't have to split with the loan buddy. I'm going to get $250 passive because I'm earning 10 basis points off of her commission. Now, think about it, guys. You help 10 people become a loan officer. No matter what profession they're in right now, you help them become a loan officer. They help a family own a house. Even at $250,000, you just made $2,500 in your sleep that month. But then I know some of you want to help a lot of people. Like you're like me. You're like, I want to help as many people as fast as possible. 20 loan officers direct to you. And just imagine they just did one loan at $250,000. And we know people are going to do more than one loan. And we know houses are in many areas more than $250,000. But we're just giving you a lowball example so you can see that's $5,000 a month, y'all. 30 people, $7,500 a month. That's not even counting the loans that you did. 40 people that you introduce, guys, they do one loan a month. That's $10,000. You're making six figures. Somebody say six figures. No income claims. You go do the work. That's six figures in your sleep because you help 40 people do one loan each. And what I love, guys, is even while you're waiting to become a mortgage loan officer, which takes us about 2 weeks to get hired, you got to go through a federal background check. You can start earning wages. You go out, you start referring people, guys. You can earn active income, residual income, bonus income, leverage income. So the active is you get paid for what you do. Very simple. Residual, I get paid for what I do over and over and over. Okay. Bonus is I get paid bonuses like the company pays part of my mortgage or my rent. And then leverage is the work you get paid for building a team. So you can choose not to build a team, but I'll tell you, you're going to leave a lot of money on the table. So I love the fact that they give us an accelerator bonus, guys. It says, hey, go help a lot of people fast, and we're going to pay you. So if you come on board and you help 10 families who are not yet there with their credit, or you help 10 people who want to become loan officers or any combination, the company's going to give you an extra $500 on top of your referral fee, which means you can make $1,000 out of the gate. Some people come in and do this in 72 hours, a week, 2 weeks. So that's $1,000 right there just in bonus money. But if you're sharing this with people, every time they earn a bonus, you earn a bonus. So if you help, let's say Delonda get started and she helped, 10 people, she made $500 in bonus, but you're going to earn $300. So every time she got paid 150, 150, 200, you got 100, 100, 100, right? So she made 500, you made 300. Well, you can help one person, or you can help 3 people because now that's 900, or you can help 5 people, that's 15, or you can help 5,000. It doesn't matter, guys. I want you to see there's a lot of passive income in this model. This is my favorite bonus, the housing bonus, guys, and we're almost done right here. The company is so invested into building legacy through real estate that they say, you know what, you come into the business, you build a team, you and your team are helping people. Once you go out there and reach a certain level director, which is not hard to do, I think we have about 30 directors in the company, you're going to earn $500 a month towards your rent or mortgage. So if you're renting, take that money, pay down your debts. Let's get you in position to get mortgage ready. But if you already own a home, you can earn anywhere from $500 to $1,500 a month towards your mortgage. So I love the fact that, guys, as I mentioned, I had bad credit, 550 credit score. I fixed my credit, guys. So if you're on the line, fix your credit. You want to get in position. Yeah, you can buy a house with a 580, but why would you? Why would you want to buy a house at 580 and spend $200,000, $300,000 over time because you won't just spend $89 to fix your credit? Guys, I invested $89, fixed my credit. My credit score, 766 when I bought my house. My mortgage, we're done here. It's only $1,508 a month. The company gives me $1,500 a month in a bonus. My husband is a director. He gets $500. So guys, we don't even have a mortgage payment right now because of the company. So our mortgage will be totally eradicated in about 8 years, 8.8 years and 3 months to be exact. So we've already done the math. Somebody say build wealth in real estate. If you're on the line today, I hope by now you already realize that this just makes sense and that the company has put something together where now you can go out here, you can become a mortgage loan officer in all 50 states, not have to take a S.A.F exam because you're an employee of a federal bank, not have to go spend thousands of dollars trying to get licensed, and not have to be worried about passing the S.A.F exam or not passing it over times over, because only 48% of people ever pass it. It's designed for people not to pass. I told y'all 8% of the people who are mortgage loan officers in America are minority, right? And so you can go spend, I'm sorry, skip the slide. You can go spend up to $50,000 getting licensed state by state, or you can sign up, guys. Here is the better route. You get started with the person that invited you to Lunch and Learn. You get trained. We have phenomenal training. You get a background check. You pass it in less than 2 weeks. You're originating loans and helping your family own homes. So instead of wasting their tax dollars going shopping, you're sharing with them the message of put that away. Let's use that as down payment. Put that away. Let's work on your credit. So by the summer or by next fall, when your kids go to school, or next year, Christmas, we're doing Christmas at your house. You're able to become a loan officer, guys, for only $399.90. But what I will tell you today, okay, listen to me right here. Don't get all out of frazzled because of $399, guys. It's a huge, huge opportunity. But if you're on the line today, what we're going to do is get a voucher. We're going to get a voucher for you to be able to reduce that down. So we're going to give you $150 off. That's if you get started today. So it is 10, whatever time it is. I don't know what time it is right now. It's 11:34. If you get started by midnight tonight, we're going to take $150 off of that for you. You also get that membership. It's $89. All the services that are included. Yours is waived, with 5 is free. Refer 5 people, just the same as a customer. 5 people and your services are free. But as a loan officer, you're not only going to get the legal plan membership, which can work on your credit if it's not where it needs to be, work on your debt if you're not there yet, right? Because I know every realtor that sells real estate don't own a house. I know that. I've been in this space for 7 years, right? So you can get access to the resources for your clients, down payment assistance, mortgage origination, that's the obvious, title, warranty, all of that, bank note investing, huge, guys. We're talking about a course that's well over $10,000 in value. You get it for free inside of this portal, all right? Equity Awards will be a publicly traded company in the next 3 years. You are here early. So all I can say is you are royally blessed, and we're talking about opening doors to prosperity for you and your family. You're in the right place. You get access to health insurance cost reduction. I have been an entrepreneur for 7 years. This program saves me over $438 a month because now I have Cigna for $0. My dental is only $30.25 a month. So if you're an entrepreneur, you don't have coverage, or you're paying, or even if you're a client, so many people have bad credit because of medical bills. They didn't have medical insurance. They went to an emergency room. They had a medical crisis. That goes on their credit. So guys, your health status should not affect whether or not you can own a home. And the company thought about that when they added this benefit. So again, guys, $399 is the normal investment. You know, we want to make that affordable for you. If you're serious, we're serious. Get started today. We can get you a voucher. We got a couple of those available, but you do have to get started by midnight. So if you're on the line today for Lunch and Learn, congratulations. Welcome to the movement. Maybe you're here to get help. Guys, it's 2024. There are so many open doors. If you guys haven't seen how resources have shifted into the hands, of the have-nots over the last 4 years in America, you have been blind. And if you don't do something to position yourself right now to get the help you need, when they come and they say, okay, we got a program, but you need a 680. We got a program, but you need a 720. Shame on you if you don't fix what you need to do, right? But then maybe you want to give help. Maybe you're like many of us and you're like, I am a leader in my community and I want to be able to go out there and truly make an impact, but I also want to make an income. Well, get on board. Congratulations. Welcome to the movement. Or maybe you're both. You guys, I was both. I had bad credit and I was hopeless until I saw this industry. And I was like, you know what? I can leverage the platform. I'm not fixing people credit. They are. And it retired me. And so if you're on the Lunch and Learn trying to scurry back to the office, imagine a life where one day, guys, you are totally in control of your future, and I want to share this as I'm wrapping up. There's nothing like getting started now, right? The secret to getting ahead in life is not thinking about it. I got to pray about it 20 more times. Let me stop this. I got to pray about it 20 more times. Let me talk to my spouse, all of that. The secret to getting ahead in life, guys, is getting started. And I'm going to share something with you right quick. Give me 1 second. We're done with the lunch and learn. But I'm going to share something and we're done. Give me one moment, you guys. If I can get my mouse to cooperate. I'm going to share something. Give me 1 second.
Give me 1 second.
All right. So I don't know if you guys can see. Can you guys see what I see? Can y'all see my screen? Somebody can come off mute for me. Can you see my screen? Because what I want you to see is something that's called freedom.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. So do you see that view? And there's a ship right there. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
I want you to understand this today. You're making a decision to invest in Own Easy is you making a decision to invest in ownership of your own life, your time, your income, right? Your legacy. When I got started in this industry 7 years ago, guys, the concept of time freedom was foreign to me. I grew up in the projects. I never thought that I could own my time. Like, I thought I had to work, right? I thought I had to work 40 hours, 50, 60 hours a week. I want you to know with a platform like this, you get to create your schedule. If you plug in, you're willing to learn, you're willing to be trained, you create when you work. And your income is commensurate with based on what you're capable of doing. And you might like, well, Michelle, I don't know how to talk to people. Well, guess what? You got a leader, whoever invited you here, they can talk to people for you. Michelle, I'm not good at public speaking. That's not a worry. What you have to be good at to own your time, guys, is loving people, helping people. When you get good at that, this company has given you a system. They've given you the resources and tools to own your time. So if you decided that your office today was going to be a 16-floor building where you can see a cruise ship because you're expanding in a market and it's all tax deductible, why would you want that? Guys, this is your opportunity to own your time. And if you're willing to lock arms with the person that invited you to this lunch and learn or who tagged you on this, there is nothing stopping you in 2024 from owning your time, owning your life, owning your legacy. Real estate built America. And if you realize that wealth is built through real estate, everything I just shared with you is all about real estate. From helping people to own their homes, to being a loan officer, to investing in bank notes, to being a community advocate around home ownership. The first piece of property you will ever own, investment property you ever own is your first piece as a homeowner. So why not get started today? If you're on the line, you're like, I just want to get started. You don't have to have $1 million mansion, your first property. Buy your first, my first house I bought, you guys, had bad infestation and water damage. My first property, I lived there. It was a single-story ranch. They told me years later I wouldn't sell it because it was a rural area. And I sold it to a cash buyer and walked away with the cash to go build a second house, which now is new construction, 2-story. So there is wealth in real estate, even if we didn't come from wealthy families. So my challenge to you today, put Own Easy in the chat if you're ready to do that for yourself or other people. My challenge to you is to own easy. Own everything easy. Wealthy people understand leverage. They don't use their own money. They use the bank's money. Own the bank's money to do what you need to do. Guys, it starts right here, right now. So get back with the person that invited you here and say, I'm ready to be a part of the Own Easy movement. Get me started, get me the link. I want the discount. I'm gonna get started for midnight. And so that way, guys, you invest $249 in yourself, and I tell you, you will appreciate your life for the rest of your life. And so that's our time, guys. Thank you for joining our Lunch and Learn. It's been Dr. Kofer. I'm signing off here. Welcome to Own Easy. And welcome to the movement. You guys have an amazing 2024. This is a year of the open door. Literally, we are going to open doors in every single state, in every single county, in every single community in America for the people that want those doors. We're going to be the transformational piece, and you get to be a part of that. Congratulations in advance. You guys have an amazing day. Bye-bye. Okay, come on so we can go down. I gotta end the call, you guys, but my mouse isn't working. Have a great day, everybody.